Yes, so dear student, I Rakesh Jain from Gambier University. Today I am going to teach you about the energy band diagram of conductor, semiconductor, and insulator. First of all, what is the meaning of conductor, semiconductor, and insulator? Insulator, as you know, which cannot conduct, in which no current can be flow in insulators, like a bamboo stick. Okay, conductor are those in which continuously current will be flow, in which electrons can be moved from one place to another place rapidly, like a iron rod. And semiconductor, as I have already been taught you, that semiconductor are of two types. One is the pure, that is intrinsic semiconductor, and the second one is impure, that is extrinsic semiconductor. With the help of some addition of impurity, that is known as doping. So, with the help of the doping of some impurity in the pure semiconductor of silicon and germanium, we just find out the extrinsic semiconductor. Those are of two types. One is n-type semiconductor and second one is p-type semiconductor. For n-type semiconductor, we dope trivalent impurity. For the n-type semiconductor, we dope pentavalent impurity, and for the p-type semiconductor, we dope trivalent impurity. Now, I am going to teach you about the energy band diagram. What is the meaning of energy band diagram? A diagrammatic representation which just to show you that when the electrons move from one state to another state, then what will happen? Okay. Actually, there are two bands in semiconductor. One is known as valence band. Those electrons which are in valence band, they cannot move. And the second band is conduction band. During the time of movable condition of electrons, we just consider that this is in a state of conduction band. This is in a state of conduction band because electron can move in conduction band. Once the electrons go from valence band to conduction band, it will again come to valence band, and during this movement, it will release some energy in case of PN semiconductor diode. If it release light during that time of going from valence band to conduction band and again come from conduction band into valence band, if it release some light, that is known as light emitting diode. So the gap between the conduction band and valence band is known as forbidden energy gap. I just to show you that there are two bands in which electron there are two bands in energy band diagram. In energy band diagram. One is valence band. Valence band, it means electron cannot move. And second one is pure conduction band. One is pure conduction band, which electron in movable condition. Okay. The gap between these conduction band and valence band is known as forbidden energy gap. The gap between these conduction band and valence band is known as forbidden energy gap. The gap between valence band and conduction band is known as forbidden the gap between the valence band and the conduction band is known as forbidden energy gap. In case of PN semiconductor diode, what will happen actually? How it will be heat up after some time because it release the energy. So in PN junction diode, PN junction diode, the electrons from valence band will move to conduction band, and again move towards valence band and release some energy. Release some energy. In junction diode, the electrons from valence band will jump or will move towards the conduction band and again move towards the valence band. And during the process, it releases some energy. But in case of other diodes like a light emitting diode, that is LED, it release light instead of heat. It release some energy, or we can say heat. It release some heat. So how it looks like the diagram of the conduction band, valence band. So see, this is your valence band. Let's suppose first of all we just see the energy band diagram of the insulator. Insulator in which this is your valence band. And the electrons which are available in this valence band are known as the valence electron, which cannot move without any external supply or any energy or heat. They cannot move. So these electrons are in valence band. And the upper band will be your conduction band. The upper band is your conduction band. Okay. So this one is your conduction band. This one is your conduction band. But because in case of insulator, there will be no possibility of flowing of current. It means electrons cannot move. So all the electrons which was in valence band still will be in valence band. That's why the forbidden energy gap, the gap between this valence band and conduction band, is known as forbidden energy gap. This gap is known as forbidden energy gap. This is known as forbidden energy gap. This gap is known as forbidden energy gap. So this gap is very large in case of insulator, because there will be no possibility of movement of electrons from the valence band into conduction band. So this diagram is known as energy band diagram of insulator. Energy band diagram of insulator. Now we just see the energy band diagram of the conductor. As we know that conductor, in case of conductor, continuously there will be a flow of current. Now I'm showing you the second diagram, that is energy band diagram of the conductor. So in case of conductor, the valence band, there will be the possibility that the conduction band and the valence band will be overlap each other, because there will be continuously flow of current, because we know that in case of conductor there will be continuous flow of current. That's why the conduction band and valence band will be overlap with each other. Okay, or we can say the forbidden energy gap will be negligible. Okay, the forbidden energy gap will be negligible. So the forbidden energy gap will be negligible, and the conduction band and the valence band will be overlap with each other. So this is your conduction band. This one is your valence band. This one is your. It will be the forbidden energy gap will be negligible, and continuously the the electrons will be moved from valence band to conduction band. The electrons will be moved from valence band to conduction band. So we can represent this by these are valence electrons. Let's suppose these are electrons. These are certain electrons in valence band, and they will be continuously moved towards from conduction band to valence band to conduction band. They will be continuously moved from valence band to conduction band. So here with the black dot, I show you that there will be electrons move from valence band to conduction band. Okay. So this is the energy band diagram for the insulator. So this is the, sorry, conductor. This is the energy band diagram for a conductor. Now I am showing you the energy band diagram of semiconductor. As we know that in case of semiconductor, due to the movement of electrons from valence band to conduction band, there will be possibility for flowing of current, but it is uh, not it is lower than compared with the conductor, but it is more than the insulator. So the energy band, the forbidden energy gap will be not overlap like the conductor and will not too wider compare as like the insulator. It is just decreases compared with the insulator. So the forbidden energy gap will be lower. So what I want to say, let's suppose this is your conduction band, the upper side is your conduction band. This is your conduction band. And this is your valence band. This is your valence band. But the forbidden energy gap is decreases now. If we compare with the insulator, we just see that we can more decrease this one. So now the forbidden energy gap is decreases. So electrons in the valence band are valence electrons. So these are valence band. This is valence band in which valence electrons are there, and in case of conduction band, now these electrons will be moved. These electrons will be moved. So let these electrons will be moved from valence band to conduction band, and now it will be in conduction band. So this is, and this gap is known as forbidden energy gap, as we already know that this gap is your forbidden energy gap. This is your forbidden energy gap. So this is the energy band diagram for the insulator, for the semiconductor. This is the energy band diagram for the semiconductor. So this is all about the energy band diagram, which just show you that what is the gap between conduction band and valence band. The electrons will move from valence band to conduction band, again come to from conduction band to valence band, and during that process, it emits some heat. So what I want to say, again these electrons will move towards the valence band. Again, these electrons will move towards the valence band, and during this process, they just release some heat. They just release some heat. Now, this is the case of PN semiconductor diode. And if they release, instead of this heat, if they release, I just write down here, if they if but if heat will be released, then that is light emitted. Heat release, heat release. But if light release, then LED, then LED is light emitting, right? Here heat release, that's why we know this one as a PN semiconductor diode. We just to show this heat release concept in the third energy band diagram, the rightmost energy band diagram, because that rightmost is related with the energy band diagram of semiconductor. That's why this is a PN junction diode, because whenever the electrons again come from conduction band to valence band, during that process, it will release some heat. But if it release some light, then definitely it will be light emitting diode, because they made from gallium arsenide phosphide, gallium phosphide, such kind of material instead of silicon and germanium. So thank you very much for watching this video of energy band diagram.